What's up, everybody? Welcome to some test drive today. Where's my screen? Where's my screen at? Huh. It was literally working moments ago. Alright, let's see this. I'm sitting down today because I worked out my lower back yesterday at the gym. And, it's a burning. Swapping monitors today. So weird. Why did it do that? I feel like it does this like every other day. Or not every other day, every other stream. Where it wants to be like... It wants to not work at one time. Move the chat over here so I can still read it. There we go. Taryn, you would make a good fit in the Brew Crew team along Saffron Olive and Corbin Holster in the competition. Yeah, maybe. If I could talk to them, that'd be cool. No standing stream unsub. Michael, come on, man. I did lower back workout yesterday, so it's just my lower back is just really sore. So just didn't want to press my luck on a 2-hour standing stream. What's up, Josh? What's up, Paxton? What's up, Elliot? Please play remix the soundtrack from Channel Chaos. Your picks, man, they're so random. All right, so I posted deck tech earlier today, guys, and it's been a lot of fun. Then the deck list is also in the description here. And let's go over to here since you guys, if you guys aren't aware of the actual deck list. Let me move this down, actually, so I can make sure everything is looking good. Take a double dose of Man the Heck Up. Oh, sorry. Oh, man. So we have 4 Dread Wanderer here, 4 Fatal Push, 4 Nutmarker Lookout, 3 Supernatural Stamina, 3 Vicious Conquistador. That's all in the 1 mana slot, so lots of 1 mana slot stuff. 4 Glennsleeve Siphoner, 3 Walk the Plank, 4 Scrap Heap Scrounger, very good for recursion. 3 Omit Eternal. Pick this over the Bone Picker because I feel like Omit Eternal is an immediate threat that needs to be dealt with versus the Bone Picker, which is just a flyer Death Toucher. This right here, even if it gets blocked, it still does 3 points of damage. You also have 2 Rune Raider for some card draw, 2 Yehini, 3 Vraska's Contempt, and that is it in the main board. In the game 2 game plan, we got Deadeye, or Tracker, we got 4 Duress, 3 Get the Aetherborn, 2 Doomfall, 2 Bonteless Reckoning, and 2 Gonti, Lord of Luxury. So, let's get right into it, guys. Don't want to waste anyone's time. Get into some matches. Gonna have to move it over from this screen. Obviously, the for some reason, I don't know why, my overlay or my OBS decided to not use this display. Let me adjust this. Yeah, right there. Play first? Yes. I feel like this deck lacks a top end, needs a Texamok or maybe Noxious. I think Texamok would have been a cool addition here. I do think that the top end for us is probably Omit Eternal. But again, we're looking to be really, really fast. Aether Hub with a Glennsleeve in this opening hand is pretty good. So I think this is going to be a key for me. Let's go Deadlands, hold up a push here. Waiting on an opponent. And today's tunes are brought to you by Kingdom Hearts. So, gonna be some lighthearted stuff throughout the entire stream today. It does like a top end, but he's trying to dump the hand by turn 4. Exactly, Love Parker. We have a tapped Irrigated Farmlands. That's good for us. Let's hit 6 for opponent. Dread Wanderer. Let's go for Aether Hub and go for a Glennsleeve Siphoner. We're going to lose 1 life here because of the black mana, because we want to have 2 energy on our upkeep. So this tells me that the Glennsleeve is going to survive for the turn, hopefully, unless they have a Baffling End on this turn. I doubt it. We'll see what happens. Going to hit 6 for opponent. We're tapped out. Awesome. We do get to be able to draw 2 cards on turn 3. Yeah, look at that. Got a swamp there. Let's get in for an attack here. And we're just going to go right into a Ruin Raider, looks like. Ruin Raider is the more obvious pick here besides the Omit Eternal. The reasoning is because if they censor the Ruin Raider, I would feel less bad about that than if they censored a Omit Eternal. So let's see what happens. Looks like Blue-White Approach, maybe? Could be Blue-White Cycle. Yeah, here's a censor coming in. There it is. That's fine. We're going to say no. And then pass turn. New drinking game. Take a shot every time he says here. Brandon, that would be ridiculous. Also, I feel like in the deck text, I say fantastic or great way too often. It's just like those are words that I just say. I don't even think about it. With the Glintsleeve Siphoner here. Let's try for that and hold up a Fatal Push here. Might get countered to a Supreme Will or Disallow. Disallow, wow. Let's go Dread Wanderer here and get in for 2. So we will be likely seeing a Settle the Wreckage on the next turn here, so we want to be very careful about this next attack. I do think Eternal is probably the better play. Is play that first, then swing out, or play this in main phase 2 after the swing. Yeah, if they hold up here, then they're most likely going to see a Settle the Wreckage. We're going to pay 2 here. It's so weird hearing the Mickey Mouse theme. 2 lands, not bad. Let's go with a full attack here. They would want to do this because of the Dread Wanderer. This does mean that Eternal is going to come down unabated, though. And it's a 5/5, so do keep that in mind. 5 cards in hand from opponent. Do they do it? Oh, wow. Okay. We're still going to go for the Eternal here, most likely. I'm assuming then if they don't have these settled, they're going to go for a Glimmer of Genius. So let's try for a Eternal. Let's see if this gets Supreme Willed or Disallowed. It does not. So this does mean that there might be a turn 5 Fumigate. Keep in mind we have a Dread Wanderer on the field here. Cast out, casting to Eternal, most likely. That seems to be the key pick there, yeah. Maybe we should go with, let's see what they get into. Or okay, they get into, yeah. I do say let's see what they get into a lot too. So, sorry. I'm sorry I'm predictable. That's what I'm trying to tell you right now. 4 cards in the opponent's hand, 5 mana. They could go for a Fumigate this turn. If they had Fumigate though, I assume they wouldn't go for a Cast Out. So this does tell me that I feel like we're probably still safe to go for another attack. But honestly love another creature. Here's an Aether Hub. Let's go with a Swamp here. Get in for 4. Flash in. Oh, they're going to go for a Cast Out here. What are you targeting? We can Fatal Push whatever they target. I think we probably want to go with a push here on this just to give... Well, we have one in the graveyard already. I think we're okay. We'll just save a push. Get in for 2 here. Excuse me. We're not making fun of you. Exactly. Just the way I talk. I got you. Just the way I talk, my speech, everything. Yeah, they got to kill Amit there. And they did. They got it with a Cast Out. But opponent has 3 cards in hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're seeing... Looks like they're going to go for an approach. Aether Hub drawing into... Getting into a little bit too much mana. Keep in mind, we only have 21 mana in the actual deck here. So... This makes me want to play Kingdom Hearts now, this music. Tja! Sunscorched Desert, as you have more fodder for your Deadlands. I did like Sunscorched Desert, but I feel like if you wanted to do that, you might want to take out the Aether Hubs, replace that with a Sunscorched Desert, and then take out the Glintsleeve Siphoner, put in probably 2 more Ruin Raiders, and then 2 more of something else. And the reason is because I want to make sure I have double black for everything, without having to pay too much life for the Deadlands. Supreme Will from opponent. So game board on game plan 2, we're going to be bringing in the Duresses here, Gonti, Lord of Luxury, probably Deadeye Tracker. Irrigated Farmlands in the cycle. They're trying to get into the approach. No, it runs the Dread Wanderer and the Scrapheap Scrounger. I also thought about bringing in the Heart of Kirin because Scrapheap Scrounger is such a great crew mechanic for that. Search for Ascanta for opponent. Don't feel like they'd want to do keep getting into mana here. Settle the Wreckage on this one creature here. They might though. Yep. Yeah, I will say this is probably a loss unless we unless opponent just whiffs really hard through the Search for Ascanta. Why don't I play Bone Picker? So it was between Amit Eternal and Bone Picker. for my list here. I tried to split the difference a little bit, but I did like Ruin Raider for card draw. So if you wanted to include Bone Picker with Amit Eternal, probably take out the Ruin Raiders and keep the Glintstave Siphoners. But I did like having both in the deck as far as Ruin Raider and Glintstave Siphoner. Goodness, I keep drawing into lands. That was like the 4th land in a row, with drawing 2 lands from a Glintstave Siphoner. Not getting into much here. Scavenger Grounds here from our opponent. They may have a Fumigate next turn and then just Scavenger Grounds. Supreme Will once again. They're digging. They're down to 4. If we win this, it'll be extremely lucky. We just keep getting into mana here. I thought with your low curve, you could run like 19 lands. Well, I like to keep it a little bit higher than 21 because 19 is a little dangerous, especially in Standard. I like keeping it around like 21, 22 with a lower curve like this. We still need 4 for Vraska's Contempt, so we still need to make sure we get our 4 to 5. But we're having problems. We're just getting into too much mana right now. Glintstave Siphoner is all around a good card. I agree. What's up? Is it Jonas? There's a bunch of things on top of your letters there, so I don't want to mispronounce it. Glimmer of Genius from opponent. They have the City's Blessing. 4 cards in hand. Will we see an approach with another approach? Or are they digging again? No, this is... yeah, this is an approach. Okay. Yeah, likely this is game for me on game 1. Yeah, we're going to go with concede here. Let's go to sideboard. Bringing in Gonti, bringing in Doomfall, bringing in Duress. Let's take out... We want to keep the Contempts here for any kind of randomness. Let's take out the pushes. Let's take out the Staminas, since they're going to be using a lot of Exile. They could be using some Fumigates here in game 2, so Staminas could be brought back in here. I just want to see what we want to take out. Walk the Plank is definitely coming out as well. So yeah, let's bring in 2 Staminas. Sort that really quickly. Kingdom Hearts? Yeah. Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. Sort this real quick. Gifted Aetherborn could be a good card for us, as it does. You have 2/3 for 2. So we could go into that instead of a tapped creature like Dread Wanderer. Opponent likely bringing in Gear Hulks. Perhaps. Yeah, that's why I'm going to definitely keep the Contempts in here. I think we're fine as far as what we have now. Data Tracker to sculpt our deck. Yeah, we could definitely do that over maybe a Dread Wanderer. And let's just get 2 Wanderers out for the trackers. Hopefully help us dig through our deck a little bit more quickly. There's 3 Vraska's Contempt in the deck, Parker. I want to keep just at least 3 so we see one of them in the draws. 2 lands in hand with 2 Glintstave Siphoners. This is a keep for me. Still in the play. And pass. So you probably take out 2 Yahinis and 3 Conquistadors for like 2 Chupas, 2 Twilight Prophets, 2 Tetsamok or Noxious. Just that's like rebuilding the deck. Come on now. I like Chups for Enter the Battlefield. Ooh, the Authority of the Consoles here is really going to hurt us. But again, just keep in mind you're paying 4 mana for a 2/2 that possibly could kill something. So another Siphoner here for us. Let's go Ruin Raider. I think that's the card we want to go into this turn. Keep in mind they're going to gain another life from this, but Ruin Raider can help us get into a lot more draws a little more quickly. I feel like Authority, though, is probably just going to be the nail in the coffin at the beginning of the match that slows us down. Eternal could have been the play there, but I think Ruin Raider is just a little bit better as far as getting into our plays. What's up, Oliver? Bluet has too much exile to utilize. Dread Wonder. I agree. What's up, Ramo? Okay. Gonna say yes to that. Gotta land. Let's get in for attacks first. Getting into the energy here. Let's go Eternal. See if we can play around his sensor. Sure. They are going to gain 1 life. Let's go for a Conquistador. I thought I'd be going the Market Lookout here, but if we get Settle the Wreckage this next turn, that'd feel real bad. They're going to go with this sensor here, okay? No problem. See what we draw into here. Doomfall. Very nice. So opponent, if they do have a Settle in hand, we're going to go for Doomfall, prompting them to have to go for a counter magic spell. We'll see what happens. We do have the ability to get in for 7, 8, 9 points of damage this next turn. Do not have enough for that. Let's go Doomfall. Hey Zach, I'm back to using the chair. Yeah, I did lower back workout yesterday, so I wanted to sit for the stream today. Assuming that we're going to see a Supreme Will. That's fine. Again, the reason we did that is to make sure that we have Settle out of the way. Let's get in for 6, 7, 8. Of course, that does mean that Eternal has the -1, -1's taken off. So next turn we can actually hit for 1, 2, 5, 10, 11, 12. So lethal. So they need to either get into a land here to fumigate, or they have a Settle in hand. Yeah, here's the fumigate coming. There it is. Yeah, Authority and Fumigate are going to be the cards that really hold us back here. Eternal here. Let's go Eternal and then Night Market Lookout. Yeah, Authority is the card that really hurts us here. Let's see if they want to do another Fumigate. Up to 6 here. Excuse me. Search for Cancel with 4 mana available. We're going to go Duress. Let's see if we can get out of Settle. 2 cards in hand. What's up, Tark? Authority of the Consuls is like my favorite card. I've won so many just because of that. Yeah, there's a Settle. There's also a Commit to Memory. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't do a Commit to Memory there. We're going to go with a Settle. Get that out of the way. Get in for 5, 6 points of damage. Keep in mind they can still bounce the Yaman Eternal if they want to. So I think that's what they're going to do here. Yeah. No problem. So we're just getting in for 2 this turn. They are in top deck mode. We could have played out a creature there, but we actually hit okay 1 too quickly. That might have been an issue there for us. I'm going to hit punt on the counter there. Thinking too far ahead. Shouldn't Authority trigger Night Market Lookout's ability? That's when it enters the battle. Authority only gains you life whenever it enters the battlefield. So after the tap here, they just lose 1, we gain 1. Yeah, that was a punt for us there. Memory from opponent. Yeah. We still have a Yehini here, which is okay. Let's see, Deadlands. Let's go with a Swamp here, go with a Duress. They have 1 mana available to them. Yeah, this hand is sort of crap. 2 Settle the Wreckage and Approach the Second Sun. Wow. So let's get rid of an Approach here. But this is a terrible hand for us to deal with. Let's get rid of Approach. try and just elongate the match a little bit. We had a great hand, and then we just kind of got shuffled into a terrible hand, so I think we're probably dead-zo. Ravnica Swamps, not sure. Yeah, they are. City of Guilds. 6 cards in hand. I wonder how many approaches the opponent would have in the deck. I would assume 3. Yeah, this redraw has been terrible for us. Wow, off the top? Okay, alright. Sure. Scrap Heap Scrounger for us. Let's go for that. Keep in mind they have Baffling End and Settle the Wreckage in their hand, so this match is probably gone. Yeah, they had Plains, Land, Disallow, Baffling End, 2 Settles in their hand. Yeah, we need to update the game 2. You're right. Sorry about that, guys. We're in game 2. We're probably going to get 2-0'd, though, from this blue-white approach deck. Can't believe we fought approach the very first match today. But, I mean, that's just kind of, you know, part of it for the stream. Always going to fight the hardest matchups on stream. Yeah, going to grab Yahini. It's probably the best bet there. Then this turn they'll prompt a, there's a Gonti. Go for 4, right? It approached with 7th from the top, correct? And they've drawn 2 cards. They'll draw another 2. So we want to go for a Gonti next turn. Let's just get in for 2 here, if we can. Since there's 2 Settles in their hand, they may want to just do 1 per, but I doubt it. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and steal an approach. So this next turn, they're going to have their turn, and then we're going to try and go for an all-out attack. They go Settle, and then we'll go Gonti. We'll see what happens, though. Unless they got into... Wipe New Reveal. Okay. That puts the top 4. So that's, what, 6? So they probably have it this turn, right? Yeah, he had that turn. He had an Ipni Reveal on the field there. I didn't consider the Ipni Reveal. That's it. Just like with any other matches. With aggro, they're going to be very fast. Let's play another round here. Yeah, he had Disallow in hand, so I tried to get it to where he could, you know, we could get around that. Play first? Yes. Opponent was just on board with the approach game plan there. I like this hand. We're going to keep it. That's it. Thanks for the stream. No, it's fine, man. Pull it mulligan there. We just started. This is match 2. Came down to that 1 punt. I don't know if that was a punt, Luis, as far as like... I mean, I knew that's a punt. I'm just saying, I don't know if that punt would have changed anything as far as the outcome of the match. Opponent had 2 Settles in hand. We could have took Commit to Memory and then hoped that opponent would just whiff. So that could have been a thing to do there. Opponent has dead Rakdos here, so let's get for Glint Sleeve and attack in for 2. How many trackers were sided in versus approach? 2. The 2 we had in the sideboard. And all that was doing is just to help filter through some cards, but we never did draw them, so. Okay. What's up, Pavin? Ooh, okay. We looking at Mardu vehicles here? 5 cards in hand. Earthshaker Kinra, okay. Interesting. Best part of an approach deck is the fact that it rotates out of standard later this year. Michael, that's rotates out in September, November, something like that. Opponent getting in for 2 here. We're going to crack back for 3-4 points of damage. So that's fine by me. Let's see. Let's go for a regular swamp here. Let's crack in for 4. Get 2 points of energy. We will have supernatural stamina if our opponent tries to target our Glensleeve Siphoner next turn. So that's great. I'm going to yield to both of those. Yeah, September, October-ish, I guess, yeah. Okay. 5 cards in hand. 3 mana. We still just going to go for a Kinra attack? That's fine. I don't mind keeping the push up here if we're going to contempt the Kinra. I think that's fine. Let's see if opponent wants to use any kind of kill spell on the Siphoner here. Yeah, there's an Abrade. That's fair. Do we see a push on top of that? Nope. Okay. Coolio. Opponent's 3 cards in hand. We're going to draw 2 here. Yeah. We actually get another energy thanks to that situation there. Could go Scrap Heap Scrounger here. I do like that idea. Let's just get in for 4 again. Approach is in a Legacy Cube. What? What's up, Chris? We just started. We lost 2-0 against a blue-white approach deck. So life gain and lockdown with a Authority of the Consoles was what ended us in that game too. Let's go for a Scrap Heap, hold up a push. Keep in mind I see white mana here, so I'm assuming a Settle is probably in their hand if they get it to 4 mana. 4 cards in hand. We're still going to likely swing out with at least the Conquistador and the Scrap Heap Scrounger. They could have attacked in there. Don't know why they didn't. Yeah, they're going to hold up here. We're going to draw 2. Aether Hub is coming in here as well. Let's go for Aether Hub. Say okay. They held up one of the black mana there. For the push. Going to exile with a Contempt here. That's good for us. We're not going to attack out with everybody. We're just going to attack out with these 2 here. Get in for 5 and see if we can work around a Settle the Wreckage this turn. I think they'll likely still do it thanks to the 5 damage coming at them, or 4 damage with the 1 that just got tapped. But their goal is they want to get rid of the Siphoner. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go for it. Yep. No problem. Playing against your worst matchup sure sucks, huh? If the rest was main-boarded, approach would lose game 1 and 2. Maybe. I think it really depends on the matchups, obviously. I do think that against approach, having a Lost Legacy in the sideboard, and if you're in a meta where you play up against approach a lot, having a Lost Legacy in your sideboard just wrecks it. So, yeah, I think Josh and I are both in agreement that Lost Legacy is only good for that particular situation. We're going to go cast a Fatal Push on the Vampire here, so they don't get any lifelink. Obviously, we can't get blocked by the Vampire, but I don't want to really worry about that too much. 1 card in our opponent's hand. Don't get to draw an extra card here this turn. We do have Dread Wanderer, though. Let's go for If Near Deadlands. Go for a Dread Wanderer coming in tapped. And then just attack out with our 2-2, or 2-1. Does give us another energy, of course. Yeah, Mardu mid-range looks like the deck is. Evolving Wilds crack. Settle and unearth your Kinra attack. I do like the idea as far as Mardu mid-range. That's an interesting idea. I just feel like you have, Mardu vehicles in the standard situation. Yeah, there's Disintegration there. That's fine. Okay. That's true, Josh. I just feel like a turn 1 Authority of the Consoles really does mean just death on our board state. It slows us down basically by a turn. as far as everything happening. Captain Lannery Storm coming in here for our opponent. We have Ifnir Deadlands to deal with that next turn, so I'm not too worried about that. I miss Artifact Lands. They were so fair and balanced. Sure, sure. One has 0 cards in hand. Again, they're in top deck mode just like we are. Let's see what we draw into. Another land here. Yeah, we're going to get rid of a Deadlands here. Not bad. Get in for 2. Come on, land. Yeah, it happens. It's just kind of what, you know, what it boils down to in streams. Like, do we flood or do we get mana screwed? Having 21 land in the deck does mean we're at that threshold where it's like we could be, you know, mana screwed the entire time, or we'll just flood every single turn, and it'll be no fun. Let's go for a Scrounger here, and then get in for 2. Should have waited to play the Scrounger on this main phase 2, but I think we'll be okay. Alright. Yeah, 2 of the lands were drawn through Settle. Very true. Field of Ruin on the Ifnir Deadlands there. Let's get a land out of our deck here. We still have 2 more Ifnir Deadlands in the deck, so not a big deal for us. Watch out for Glorybringer. 2 cards in opponent's hand. We might be able to see a Glorybringer, but I think opponent is probably just out of gas here unless they have another Settle in hand. Virtually shuffle more vigorously. Alright. Stamina's nice. Let's try for a Scrounger here. Now, we can't... Obviously, this is game here. I think opponent is banking on, do we think that they have a Settle in hand? I think they have a Settle in hand. So let's just get in for Scrounger. And if they don't do anything, we'll Stamina, and then that's game. I had Terrence look at FNM the other week versus Grixis Control. Nice. They're going to go start. Okay. Do they double block here? I feel like they would double block. And if that's the case, we'll go Stamina. No blocks. Okay, we'll just go Stamina and win then. Because finish is sorcery speed. Yeah, that's it. Alright, let's go to sideboard. Really felt like they had a Settle there, but they really didn't. Okay. I do feel like against the Eternal, having Doomfalls in hand might be a bit better. Let's bring those in, take out 2 Walk the Planks. Let me take a 3rd Walk the Plank out and bring in 1 Duress. Honestly, I feel like our deck right now is pretty decent against this particular matchup. Aetherborn would be great against the Kinras on attack if they're blocking. Yeah, Gaunty would be cool here. We just need to see enough of our opponent's deck to really know what they're running as far as like bigger bombs and threats. I think a Glorybringer is probably likely, so we're keeping the Contempts in here. I think Gaunty could be brought in for the matchup. Let's bring out 1 Rune Raider, 1 Eternal, and then hit submit. I lost around last weekend's PPTQ playing around a Phantom Settle that I invented into my opponent's hand. Decided to lean towards making up show it more now. Yeah. I just know on stream for me most of the time it's my opponent will always have Settle, always have Push, always have Strike. So it's just one of those situations where it's like, I mean, does our opponent have it? And then like back of my brain I'm like, you know the opponent has it. Come on. This is a stream. Gonna hit 6 for opponent here as they're on the play. Any reason not to run Lost Legacy in the sideboard for this deck? Lost Legacy is just overall not that great of a card, a little bit slow. I do think Lost Legacy is good against approach and only approach, or any kind of like combo heavy deck. But otherwise, really nothing to write home about. Scrap Heap Scrounger coming in here. We're going to go with a Fatal Push onto that, just to slow it down a bit. Pass turn. Let's go for a Siphoner. However, this probably will die. Gonna hit 6 for opponent. Let's see if this lives throughout the turn. Ooh, Earthshaker Kinra. Okay, so it does live through the turn. I guess Lost Legacy could be funny against Polyraptor combo too. That deck kind of does nothing without the Raptor. Yeah, Josh. I mean, Lost Legacy is great if it's a combo heavy deck. I think that's really the only reason to play it. Like approach, Polyraptor. Even if you get into those random situations with the Infinite Vampire combo. Gonti coming into our hand. That's great. Let's go for an attack first, and then just get out a Eternal here. Eternal means they're gonna have to burn 2 spells or get into a black mana for the Unlicensed Disintegration. Nice. So this means if we get into a land next turn, we can go with a Gonti or 2 Scrap Heap Scroungers. Played Gonti with 3 Panharmonicon on the board. My opponent was not happy. That sounds dreadful. Wow, opponent did not hit their land drop for the turn, so Scrap Heap Scrounger coming in for them. 5 cards in hand. They're going to make our Eternal a 4/4. However, they will likely not be attacking in. Would love to get into a land here for, or not a land, but a removal piece. Oh, also, Scrap Heap can't block, so we're free to attack out still. I'm going to draw 2 here. Yes. Wow, no land for that. Which is not terrible. I think we can go for probably a Dread Wanderer and a Night Market Lookout here. And then push the Kinra. Let's go with the push on the Kinra here. The only thing that can block. Get in for 6 this turn. Yeah, removing counters here. Yeah, let's go Night Market Lookout and Dread Wanderer. This gives us 4 damage instead of 3 on the board against a creature that can't block. The only time to lose to Fat Dinos is if they have their combo go off. Yeah, at least that's the case. My Grixis Pirate. Gotcha. Evolving Wilds from opponent, but I feel like they're probably just dead now, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, they're at 11. Yeah, we're not going to block there. They need a blocker of some sort. Evolving Wild Sack. Getting a black mana, I would assume. White mana, okay. Can't draw 2 this turn. We're just going to get into a Contempt there. We're just going to swing out. They have 1 turn, basically. See if they can do it. They may have a Sweltering Suns. Let's see. They go down to 11. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they go to 1. Yep. It might be a good idea to hold out for a Scrounger here, but I think we just want to play one. And then pass turn. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh. Oh man, Kingdom Hearts. Freebooter. Up there it is. Oh, opponent. There it goes. Let's go for a game match 3 here. We're 1-1. Not bad, not bad. Opponent just didn't want to go into their draw there. Freebooter would be good in the side with Duress. Usually for sideboards for like these kind of decks, I like to go either Duress or Freebooter. I think Duress is a bit better. Even though it does give you a 1/2 flyer, I think having the ability to keep it just outright just be a spell, I think is better. I play both Duress and Freebooter main with a bad caster pirate. Gotcha. Yeah, I think in the pirate list it would be a lot better. Okay. Opening hand is 1 land. Probably going to ship this. We do have a Conquistador though, and we are on the draw. So it's not like it's a terrible hand. I think I'm going to risk it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. Opponent's on the play. White mana. We got a Dread Wanderer here. Let's go away from your Deadlands, go into a Vicious Conquistador pass. I would like this more if it was a Night Market Lookout, because we would gain life from it. 2 white mana. Legion's Landing, okay. Perhaps the Monument deck here. Glentsleeve Siphoner. Let's go for attacks first. Keep in mind ours is a 1/2, so it can kill the 1/1. Keep the 1-lander always works out well on stream. Hey. Hey. You've seen this stream before. Nah, I just like having fun. Let's go with a 6 here. Get out the Wanderer past turn. Saving that push for something a little bit more important, maybe an Adanto Vanguard. 3 lands. Monument coming in here. Is that the play? Nope, Anointer Priest. Okay. Yeah, so push on the Anointer Priest. They're going to swing in for 1 here. Go back up to 19. I think I just spout opinions loudly enough that people think they're good. Yeah, it's alright. Sorry about that. Scrappy Scrounger. 3 turns, no land. Working out perfectly for me. Let's go with the push on the Anointer Priest here. And then let's just get in for 4. No! What? What? Wait a minute. Alright, that was a punt. I hit like this and then went to go to attack and then it wouldn't let me. I think I just like flinched on my finger. That was a punt. That was a punt. Punt number 2. Wow. Wow. That was bad. I feel ashamed of that one. That one was pretty terrible. 3 creatures from an opponent here. That was awful. Missed 4 points of damage there. Night Market Lookout's pretty good. Let's get that out. There it goes. Best misclick punt I ever saw was Frank Lepore talking with chat and then accidentally clicking keep on I know land hand. He clicked it and just facepalm for 30 seconds. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, no blocks here from opponent. I would assume not because they're wanting to go for a Legion's Landing flip this turn. Let's pray to the gods that we get another land here on this next draw. So we can go for a Glentsleeve Siphoner, hopefully. Servo Exhibition, they're going to go really wide here. Bontu's Last Reckoning is going to come in from the sideboard for this particular matchup. And if we draw into that and a Yahini, it's going to really, really pay off. Yeah, they're going to get in for some damage here. Yep. Yeah, getting in for 3, dropping down to 12. We're going to not block there. They're going to go back up to 18. Lookout's useful for us here because it does mean that we can gain some life here. Still no lands. I mean, we're still holding our own on turn 5, which is not bad. But it's really frustrating that we still haven't drawn lands yet. Whatever happened to Frank Lepore? Haven't seen him on Channel Firebar's YouTube in ages. He still exists on Twitter. I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming a block with the Dread Wanderer and the Night Market Lookout here. Yep. Okay. Passing. Can't do anything because we don't have the mana to do it. Gonna hit 6 for opponent. He doesn't work with Channel Fiber anymore, I think. Last one game, but he still does stuff in his own channel. Yeah. Also streams on Twitch, yep. He has his own laboratory company or channel? Oh, laboratory. Frank streams on Twitch and has a YouTube channel. Very active. Yeah. Let's get in for 3, dropping down to 10. They're back up to 18 here. Wow! Kingdom Hearts Music Day? Oh yeah, Dalton, this is Kingdom Hearts. Still no land for us. We're gonna cast the Dread Wanderer here from this. We're gonna go to 9, and then drop down to 7 from the attack here. But wow, it's been 6 turns, no land. That's a new record. That's a new state record. First of the lands, now hide and seek. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh man, it's just funny how it works out like that. It's Ram's expertise. 3 cards in hand. And an authority. Yeah, we're dead. Let's go with the Conceder and just go to game 2. Not gonna waste our time with that. Yeah, I do feel like sometimes the lands are like, you know what? We hate you this game. Let's get in Bantu's Last Reckoning. Let's get in. I like Gifted Aetherborn here for the blocks. Those good blocks. Plank is fine. Siphoner's fine. I do think we want to take out the Dread Wanderers. Even though they'll likely have Fumigates on Recursion, I think that coming in tapped and being just 1 toughness really does mean that they're not as good in this particular matchup. So, bringing in Black Reckoning, bringing in the Aetherborns. Let's take out 1 Conquistador. Actually, 1 Namarka Lookout. Conquistador has 2 toughness here. You should name this stream Flutter Screw. Oh my gosh, that'd be an amazing name. We should do that. Now I want to rename everything. Welcome to Flutter Screw. Do we Flutter Screw on the stream? Oh, it's so true. I think we're good as is now. Let's try again. All right. Give me that land. Play first? Yes. What is happening? See, like, and this is another hand where it's like, I mean, I could keep this and be fine for like 3 turns. I want to keep it. I wanna. But I know I shouldn't. But it looks so good. We have a turn 1 Conquistador into a turn 2 Night Market Lookout with hopefully another land for a push or a stamina. So rough. Redeal keep. Jancevic. We won't win in 3 turns. Heart of the cards, Yugi. Oh my gosh. Okay, for the memes, we're gonna keep this. For the memes, let's go with a Deadlands here, then go with a Conquistador. Actually, yeah, let's go Conquistador. I'm doing that because of the if they do a turn 1 Legion's Landing, then Lookout would be dead. So we also have stamina there, but don't want to waste it too soon. Yeah, there's Authority. Okay. Oh my god. It's a second land. Let's go Lookout here. Authority here is really frustrating, but we'll be okay. Getting in for 2. It's not like you're playing for money / play points. It's true. And there's a reason. The dream is alive. We need 1 more mana to make this work. Let's see. 6 cards in hand. Looks like they're going to go for a pass here. Ooh, Walk the Plank is nice. Let's get in for 4 points of damage. Yep, we're going to gain some life back, which is nice. At least you have 6 spells before 14 lands in a row. It's true. You were absolutely right. We've got 2 kill spells. We have a supernatural stamina to keep one of our creatures alive if it does die. Opponent is down to 15 here. And that's why there's 21 lands in the deck, though. Like, if you can flood, obviously, just like everyone else. But there's also the off chance of getting mana screwed. We could go with a push here on a vampire, but I'm going to save it. Hey, there's a swamp there. There's a Swampu. Let's go Yahini. It does come in tap for this turn. The best thing, though, is if they decide to block here, Yahini does grow. They still lose 2 life just by attacking outright, so they'd have to double block the Conquistador to kill it. They'd have to or just block 1 with the 9-marker Lookout. Yeah, it looks like they're going to go that way. This does grow Yahini to a 3/3. That's cool. That's cool. Chance Vicar, you in every channel. He's got like 4 channels up. He's like the Matrix, you know. Okay, 6 cards in hand, 3 mana. Draw 7, 1 land. Oh yeah. Behind Eyes Gaming. Anointer Priest coming in, 1/3. Not bad. Alright, they're getting in for 1 here. Does mean that we're going to go for a most likely push on the Anointer Priest. Or plank on the Anointer Priest. How did game 1 go this match? Went okay. Opponent overtook us, though. Reckoning here is hilarious, but we want to probably not do that because we like our Conquistador. Also not tapping out so early. Let's go with the plank here on the Anointer Priest. Plank on Anointer Priest, wink wink. Yeah, makes Yahini a 4/4. We're getting in for a 6 now. This means if they try to go for a Fumigate this next turn, we can actually sack our Conquistador and make a indestructible creature. However, they might have a cast out in hand. We'll see what happens. 5 cards. Opponent is playing tokens, yes. Mono white tokens, looks like. Good old 1 for 1/2. Yeah, there's a Fumigate. We're going to make Yahini indestructible for the turn, and it turns into a 5/5. They gain 1 life thanks to Fumigate. Very nice. Alright. Opponent, it probably was a bad idea for them to do that so early, but yeah, that's it. Oh man, that was funny. I like it when we don't get up against approach decks. However, that Authority of the Consoles was a hard thing to deal with. Taryn, what about adding Bone Picker? I like Bone Picker, but I just felt like the conditions to meet Bone Picker were a little harder to do than Amit Eternal. I feel like Amit Eternal has a lot more value for when it hits the battlefield. It has to be dealt with basically immediately. Not a big fan of this opening hand. I do like Yahini and the Plank in hand. Plank in hand! I just feel like it's a little slow. But I do think it's probably worth keeping. Let's go with the keep here. Let's go with the swamp here and pass. Saying, hey, we might have a fatal push. We might not. It's 6 here. Best card of Magic. Come at me, bro. Here's a swamp. That's cool. We're going to pass turn. Could have gone with an Aether Hub there, but don't feel like it. We got a Desert of the Indomitable from opponent. Aether Hub, okay. 7 cards in hand. Long Tusk Cub. Let me see it. Just seems like a random pairing here. We could go with a Yehini, but I want to be safe and go with a Yehini on turn 4 with a Supernatural Stamina in hand. I don't want it to just die immediately, so we want to be a little bit safer on that play. So both of us are being pretty safe this game. I'm going to turn down the music a little bit in my headphones. You know, if you mulled with 3 lands, you get none when you're 6. Oh, yeah. Absolutely, William. That's how it works. This is maybe green-red energy. What's in your sideboard? Rather watch that than the tech. Yeah, there's a link in the description there. Minister of Inquiries here. Okay. Interesting, interesting. I'm intrigued. Little Mermaid. Yoinks! Alright, let's go. We got a swamp here. Let's go for a Yehini on this turn. See if opponent lets that happen. Okay, they do. Let's get in for 2. Tokens and approach decks are driving me a little bonkers right now. They feel unfair even though I know they're not actually unfair. I just haven't figured out how to counter them. Just be faster than them or just go over them with flyers. Or if you're playing up against approach, just have, you know, Lost Legacy in the sideboard. Perilous Voyage. Nothing we can do there. This goes back into our hand. Alright, I'm intrigued now. What is this deck? Curious why gifted in the side instead of main. Garrett, it's a bit slow as far as our turn 2 play. I do like it against the mono-red aggro decks, but the problem is that it just doesn't do anything against anything else besides like decks that are really fast at burning you down. So like mid-range decks, things like that, or control decks, it's just a 2/3 there for 2. I'd rather have some more utility with other cards. Let's go with a swamp here. 5 cards in hand. Let's try with a recast on Yehini. Okay. So it gets in for 2. Go down to 18. I'm going to probably just hold for this turn, keeping up my supernatural stamina. I would have gone with a Scrap Heap Scrounger, but I was afraid of our opponent in the middle of Scrap Heap being cast, they would kill Yehini. What do you have here? Okay, they're going to mill me. Ooh, okay. Ruin Raider, Vicious Conquistador, and Glintstream Siphoner were the mills there. All 3 creatures. Interesting. It's just blue-green mill. I'm intrigued now. Death Touch is sometimes relevant, like if an opponent is playing Carnage Tyrant main. Yeah, exactly. I think Death Touch for that is very good. But I do think Carnage Tyrant is probably more of a sideboard card most of the time. In basically every matchup I've ever seen. So we have Contempt in hand with a Walk the Plank. So we could go with that this next turn. Both of those. Ooh, we actually have a push here too. Let's see. Let's go with a Contempt on the Excavator. X gonna give it to you. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the Pleasant Kenobi video that he did of that, amazing. Let's go with a Cast Out here. Or not Cast Out, Fatal Push. Why did I say Cast Out? What's happening? What is English? Yeah, they're going to mill me again. They got Aether Hub, Swamp, and Glintstream Siphoner. Terran don't die to this amazing tier 1 deck. 42 cards in my deck here. We'll see what happens. Getting in for 3. Alright, down to 15. PK's Did You Redo deck made me smile. Yeah, that deck is funny. Censor, opponent did have that in hand. So had I played the Scrounger instead of the Fatal Push, probably would have got censored there. Censor cycle once again. English is a very hard language. I agree. Oh, man. Oh, I was trying to mail something yesterday. And I kept messing up the address. Like, Jess was beside me, and I was like, oh, here's the address. And I kept writing it out, and I was, like, missing a letter or missing a word. And I was like, what am I doing? I actually had to rewrite it 4 times before I had it down correctly. I was like, it's so different, like, writing things and typing things, because I just type things so often now. Let's go with a Scrounger. Oh, this is Halloween. Halloween. Let's get him for 3. Our town. Everybody scream. It's so weird that Kingdom Hearts even exists. Alright, so we do have to walk the plank for something that comes out. But let's see what happens. Having a stroke while riding after only tapping for weeks feels terrible. Fraying sanity from opponents. They have probably mill cards in their hand right now they're going to start using to try and get me down. Looks like it. They're out of Aether Hub stuff, though. Yeah, compelling argument. I'm down to 36. Alright. Down to 31. Haven't gotten any Scrappy Scroungers. No Dread Wanderers either, right? Wow. Yeah, nothing. Nothing that has any recursion is in the graveyard right now. Okay, let's just get in for 6. They have 2 turns, or 1 turn now, basically. Down to 5. Watch out for Fleet Swallower. That has to attack, so I feel like we're probably safe. What's the point in the green in the deck? Ramp into the fish. Ramp, Josh, or you also have the fog in green. What is this? Rebuke. Okay. Threw the Scrappy Scrounger to the graveyard here, so when they do bounce us, I can get rid of a creature and bring it back and still be able to attack on my turn. Yeah, boy! You thought you knew the mill, but I invented the mill. I molded it. Drafted it. Let's go to game 2 here. I didn't know it traumatized until I was already a man. Let's see. Aetherborn's bad here. Duress is okay. Tracker is okay as well. Especially if they're running Sarcophagus for those cycling cards. Yeah, life gain's not that great with the Contempts here. I thought Terran was going to bring back Scavenger Gun before the River's Rebuke resolved. That'd be amazing, honestly. Doomfall, yeah, that seems fine. Let's get out the A-Plank. A-Plank. Yeah, let's replace, let's bring in Gonti, replace the Siphoners. Or not Siphoners, the Ruin Raiders. Stamina isn't useful at all in this matchup because they're going to have a... I mean, it is good for pumping, so that is a good idea there, but I do think it's not that great. Just to sack it again and again. That'd be fun. Let's take out 1 push and just keep 3 push in. Actually, let's keep 4 push in, take out another walk. Yeah. Sure. And he wants to get swell. Well, Yehini doesn't get larger because of our creature dying. It only gets larger whenever an opponent's creature dies. Alright, so opening hand has 3 lands, Duress, 2 Eternals, and a Yehini. I think this is probably a keep because this is a very explosive hand. Thought about keeping the Staminas in there for that pump, but I do think having the Eternals right here should be alright. Aether Hub from opponent. Probably a pass here, unless they go for a... Ooh, Totem, okay. Ah, so desu ne. Gonti in our hand here. Let's go with the Swamp. Go with a turn 1 Duress. See if we can get rid of something. Something useful. Excavator, Inquiry, and Map. Yeah. Let's get rid of a map here. Pass. Would have stayed at 62 with Staminas. I have the brewings of a deck started in my head now with Dixie of Erebos and Grave Pact. Ooh, Commander. Desert of the Mindful is the card they top decked into. Assuming they're going to go with a Minister here. Wow, they didn't. Interesting. Let's go away from your Deadlands. Go for Nat Market Lookout. Pass turn. This will prompt them to play the Minister. I would assume, yeah. Let's go Yahini here. Get in for 3. I don't mind trading here with, not trading, but dying to the Inquiry because... Yeah, that's fine. We still have 1 point of damage we just did. So next turn we play out Eternal. Wow, they're just top decking straight into lands. That's amazing. Excavator's coming in now, I would assume. Or Treasure Map. Depends. Yeah. Alright. Passing turn from opponent. Interesting that Treasure Map's in here. If near Deadlands here. Let's go Eternal. Okay. Opponent's like, oh, it does that? We're going to kill push here, or with push. Lost a life for that, but it doesn't really matter to us because this is a mill deck. Milled Scrap Heap Scrounger and Aether Hub. Yahini is now a 3/3. I would assume they're going to sack the Sentinel Totem before we get to untap. If we do get to untap, we're going to bring back that Scrounger like ASAP. ASAP, ASAP. Treasure Map Scry. For that life loss. It doesn't really matter that much, Kevin. Honestly, because we're up against Mill, so. Life loss is not that big of a deal. But you're right, we could have tapped a Swamp and then 2 of the Deadlands and then a Swamp. Yeah, this makes it a 4/4. Fraying Sanity coming in is pretty good for our opponent, but they only have an Excavator in hand, so we can't really do much, honestly. I feel like we're just going to run over them. Deadlands coming in. Let's get in for 7. We try to go for a... Yep, let's go for a Omni Eternal here. I think that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. They'll be at 5 mana next turn if they get into a mana. We didn't lose anything off the top, and we have lethal on board. And they can't River's Rebuke. So, if they top deck into a River's Rebuke, they tap the treasure map. They will have 3, 4, 5, 6. They will have 6. But we could bring back a Scavenger Ground, a Scrap Heap Scrounger. They could always Sentinel Totem in response, though. 2 cards in hand. Do they get into a Rebuke here? They're going to go Treasure Map. Okay. Did you top deck into a Rebuke? If that's the case, that's amazing. I'm so impressed. If not, yeah, that's game. If not, you know, if they did get into that, that'd be some, like, Yu-Gi-Oh!, like, Heart of the Cards stuff right there. Alright, so we're 3-1. Let's get into, match 4. Yeah, match 5. Wow, match 5 already? Jeez. Jeez Louise. full moon face. That's weird. 1 mana hand. We're not going to keep this. We're going to mulligan. 2 mana hand. Sure, we'll keep that. Playing up against Starfish. Off the top, Eternal. We're going to bottom that. We need another mana to make that happen. We have one in hand already. What's up, Big Al? Swampy. Ooh, got into a Swampy there. Let's go with a Conquistador. I thought about the Dread Wanderer, but... Scrap Heap Scrounger. Not bad, not bad. Let's go with a Dread Wanderer, holding up that push, most likely. For their turn. Pass turn. Heart of the Cards. Haven't heard that in years. Man. I rewatch that show, I feel like, once a year, just because that show is so silly. Like, I grew up watching it, obviously. And being like, oh, the Egyptian god cards are so cool. And then, like, now I'm like, this show is so ridiculous and over the top, it's amazing. I made Jess watch an episode or two a couple weeks ago. Be like, isn't this show amazing? And she was like, this show is really dumb. And I was like, that's the point. All right, getting in for 3 here. I think we just crack back with Yahini, right? I think that's the move. Let's get in for 6. Drop him to 12. Okay. Stamina in hand with push. Pretty good. Arc of Araska here. 3 cards in the opponent's hand. Could go with a cast out on Yahini, perhaps? Peace Walker Colossus, okay. And they make up rules. Yeah, that's the best part too. They make up rules. I love season 1 because they're just like, I'm just gonna play Blue Eyes for free. I'm like, what? Don't you have to sacrifice 2 things? Like how the rule book is, you know? That's different. It's not the same. Get in for 3 here. Sure. And they can crew this, correct? Yeah. They can't crew that. They can crew that, but it's tapped. See, they're at 12. We can get in for 6, 7, 8. Let's go plank. Plank! Uh-huh. And push. Obviously, they can't block, but we don't want to have the ability for them to crew next turn. And we want to do it this turn because Yahini does grow larger. So let's get in for 8 here. Making next turn very difficult for them. I understand why I like the show now. I have no idea how to play the game. It's fine. I mean, playing the game is also a lot of fun. It's just very different from how the show is run. In season 2, they make it more like kind of like the show, but it's still not like exactly. So, yeah, they can still crew with the Peace Walker Colossus, or they can crew with a Scrap Heap Scrounger. So they still can swing in this turn. It just means that, yeah, with stamina in our hand, it meant that even if we attacked out with 2 or with 3, we would still be able to win with a stamina pump. Let's go sideboard. Doing good, doing good. All right. Sideboard for us. Really not interested in too much here. I do think a Deadeye Tracker could be coming in if the Scrappy Scrounger is a bigger deal for opponent. I don't think it would be, though. This looks like a vehicles deck. Kind of wanting to go for I feel like Gonti's probably good, and Aetherborn is here, especially if they want to do the crew blocks. I don't mind trading with the Aetherborn. I think that's pretty decent. Walk the Plank is a little slow for this matchup, especially with the crew there. So we're going to take out Walk the Plank. Walk the Plank! Yeah, I like Aetherborn in this matchup because of the Death Touch on it. How many losses are we going for today? We're just going to play 5 matches, and we're on the 5th match right now because this is an aggro deck. And you know how I am with aggro. I finish that stuff quick! Sometimes. We lost to a that approach deck on the game on match 1 though. Got 2-0'd really quickly. I think Duress might be worth it. Just deciding whether or not what to take out here. Probably a Conquistador and a Ruin Raider. I think we're fine without using Duress this game 1 or game 2. We'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what our opponent has left in their deck, though. This could be a like a black-white-red deck. So Mardu. Might be a Start Your Engine style deck. I don't know yet. This is probably a mulligan. I do like having the stamina and push in hand, but being on the draw does mean it's more likely to keep. Just wish we had a 1 or 2 mana creature in our hand here. I think this is probably a keep thanks to push here. Bye, Douglas. Enjoy your day. By the way, if you guys have liked the stream, of course, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and we do have Facebook groups and Discord in the links below, in the description, if you're into that. Having some fun in the Discord or in the Facebook group. Evolving Wilds from opponent, so it does give us a free turn, basically. Let's see if we get into a land or a creature. Dread Wanderer, nice. Let's go with that. Pass turn. Does mean we do have a creature to attack in on turn 2, so that is being aggressive. Arc of Araska here for opponent. Scrap Heap Scrounger? No, okay. Let's go for Aether Hub. Get that energy. Let's get in for 2. Maybe a push from opponent? No? Okay. Pass turn. Fun in the Discord. Hey, you know what fun is. Come on. Whoops. I feel like I need to use Discord more than I do right now, so. Oh, come on, deck. Give me some cards. Give me some mana. Getting in for 2 again. Opponent didn't play a land either, though. Let's see. They got their land. They got a Grasping Dunes there. Getting out a Cultivator Caravan. Land, please. Give me that. Thank you. Let's go with a Yahini here for some aggressive action. There are no weird artworks in Discord. Don't worry, Darren. Yeah, Discord I would say is PG-13 and up. You know, if you like memes and stuff. We keep it a little more loose than the Facebook group. Discord is an app, but you can also use it on your desktop. I have it on my desktop, so. Ooh! Oh, Yahini's expertise. That hurts. That hurts. Ouchies. I'm going to go for Colossus here. No white mana, though. Let's go for Eternal. Pass turn. Six cards in hand. Got a white mana there. So they can turn on a Caravan. Would love another land. Caracol coming in from our opponent. Ouchies. Would love another land for the Vrass's Contempt here. Aetherborn is okay. Let's go Aetherborn here. I think we do want to attack out here. Maybe double block, and then we Supernatural Stamina. Yeah. Sure. I kind of wish we could go for the push here, keep this alive, but I think we want to go stamina to remove a counter from Eternal. Peace Walker is a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. A weapon to surpass Metal Gear. So YouTube just signed me off from chat out of nowhere. Weird. I feel like YouTube's done that to me several times on my PS4. Like, I'll be like on, like, streaming or not streaming, playing something or a video or whatever, and then it'll just automatically just go boop, and then it won't work anymore. And I don't know why. Yeah, they're gonna kill the Aetherborn, that's fair. Then get in for 3, or hold up for blocks. Keep in mind the Colossus needs to be crewed for 4. This can be crewed for 3, so they could do that. We'll want to go with a Vraska's Contempt on the Sky Sovereign, though. Aether Hub is not bad. Let's go for an attack here and see if they're going to go with a crew. Didn't even have the page or anything, just randomly told me to sign on the chat. Weird. Yeah, they're going to go crew. We're going to go Contempt. Get that out of here. Now, what they could have done there in response, they could have crewed for Peace Walker there to still have a blocker. Opponent did not do that, though. Which is interesting. 5 cards in the opponent's hand. Consulate Dreadnought. Yeah, not a fan of the Dreadnought there. Still got another Dreadnought. Or, wait. Yeah, a console flagship. Not a fan of the flagship. Dreadnought's fine. It's crew 6, so. Golden Guardian. Ooh. This deck is spicy. Spicy enchilada. So we have push here. A 4/4 defender is also kind of annoying. Would love to get into probably another Contempt, honestly, but that's fine, I guess. The problem here is if we attack out, we're still going to do Afflict 3, which is okay. I think we just go double Siphoners, right? Let's go double Siphoner. Yeah. We're going to hold up a push here. Let's get in for 3. We're still going to get an Afflict here for 3, dropping them down to 6. Yeah, they're going to block this way. Not bad. Drop to 6. It dies. They're tapped out, so Guardian doesn't get to flip this turn. So we just kill it now. Okay. Duress will hit the cars before they play them. That's true, La Parker. I just feel like the vehicles really aren't that as imposing as they seem most of the time. But we'll see what happens. Peace Walker Colossus is going to animate the Dreadnought here. Just get in for 7. They're down to 6, so we really need to get in some real good damage this next turn. Let's see, 3 cards in hand. Going down to 15. But honestly, like a push in hand. Ooh, Moment of Craving! No! No! Good card. Good use of a card there. Swamp in hand. Let's go Gaunty here. Because of Death Touch. Nothing that's really interesting, honestly. We could grab Moment of Craving to help weaken a creature. Like the Regal Caracol. It also gains us life. That's what it is. Use a single Detroit round. I think we wouldn't go for Craving here, but I do think Scrounger is a good card. Trawler is not that great for us. Doesn't really do anything. Let's go Moment. The life gain there I feel like is pretty relevant. Let's pass turn. 3 cards in opponent's hand. They're almost at a send here with the Mark of Araska. Take swamp. Yeah, Peace Walker's going to animate once again. And then we're going to trade. Unless they have a kill spell for the Gonti, which, I mean, what would they have? Sure. Block here with the Death Touch. Dead Zoe. Got in for 3 there. We're down to 12. Another Dreadnought coming in. Glad to know that we did sideboard correctly into Death Touch creatures. However, struggling to keep our board state. Yes. Let's go with a Rune Raider here as well. Too bad 7-11 has no evasion whatsoever. Not even trample. 7-11? Oh, man. Maybe think of the gas station. 4 cards, or 3 cards in hand for opponent. Yeah, Dude's just going to kill the Siphoner here. I would have thought they would have done this for the Ruin Raider, but maybe they have another spell here. They do not. Okay. So they're just attacking out with the 7-11. Nothing to crew with both here. Okay. Getting in for 13. Yep. That happens. Okay. Down to 6. Top deck into a Scrounger, which cannot do anything for me this turn. We can go up to 8, but they can do exactly what they did this turn, so that's going to be game. Concede! Concede! Match 3. Alright, alright, alright. Let's go with a couple duresses. Let's get out Ruin Raider. Bantu's Less Reckoning might actually be pretty decent if they get to crew on their side. Try and figure out what to take out here. It's only good if they crew like on our turn, like if we're attacking in and they crew. Yeah, otherwise Bantu isn't good at all in this matchup. Let's reduce Siphoner, Wanderer, and Lookout by 1. Take out Conquistadors. I liked him in the early game, being able to get him for 2. Play first? Yes. We'll see what happens, though. We have 3 lands. Push, Siphoner, Contempt, and Gonti. This is a keep for me. Swampo. Pass turn. Taryn, are you winning? We're in game 3 of match 5, so we've won the first one. We lost the second one. Let's see what we can do in the third. Winner unsub. Oh, no! Oh, no! That's pressure, man. I can't do that. Aether Hub for us. Let's go Aether Hub into Glensleeve Siphoner, which means we have a turn 2 or turn 3, draw 1, lose 1, unless our opponent has a push in hand to kill the Siphoner. They might. Ooh, Moment of Craving. Ooh, they just immediately were like, we gotta get that out of there. go Dread Wanderer. Pass turn. Whoop, so loud. Da 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 da. Caravan. Let's go for a land here. Let's go Gonti here. Calming Wilds, Treasure Keeper, Caravan, Golden Guardian. Ooh, spicy. Let's go Guardian. Because we can fight Gonti and then make just 4/4s forever. Six cards in hand. Tapping that 3, going Guardian. Or 4, going Guardian. That's fair. Yeah. You play your Guardian. We're going to play our Guardian. Alright, we could attack in here, but we're not going to because it's a defender. So pass turn. Alright, we have a more effective way to gain 4/4s and have a flip land. So you have 1 turn to try and kill Gonti. I don't think you can do it. Unless he has like a Contempt or maybe a Cast Out in hand. That's kind of what I'm expecting with Gonti here. Let's see what happens. Really, really excited. Let's see if Gonti gets to flip the Guardian. Gate Guardian. Alright, come on. They can get their factory online before yours, though. Yeah, they could crew the Cultivator and then fight. That's true. They didn't, though. They didn't. Let's go swamp here. So we actually have a really good situation. We can go... They still can. Where's the mana? They can crew here. Oh, crew. Yeah, 2/2. Gotcha. And it's pushy. Ooh. Ooh, they're going to hold off for a turn. Okay, that's fine. Hey. Our creature just dies for nothing. Alright, now that they've triggered Revolt for us, we're just going to push. Push your own Guardian. It has to die through fighting, I thought. And we can push it again. Push ours. Sure. And then get in for 2. We just cleared the whole board, but... I was under the impression it had to die via fighting, not via just dying after fighting. So pushy. I was that turn for some reason. They have Field of Ruin here, so that's fun. That would feel when filtered from chat from spam. Yeah, just fight and die. We went go for broke that turn. Aren't you glad we were here in chat to help you overcome potential punts? It's true. I really appreciate you guys sometimes. Alright, we have a Contempt open for us. Let's get in for 2. Well, that was worth it. I mean, we really only like spent 5 mana. We did steal a card. We did get rid of their own Guardian and their own Scrounger, so... Let's get that out of there. Put them down to land. Yep. Five mana, 3 Mardu spells really stings, though. Yeah, that's true. Treasure Keeper from opponent. Got a swampy there. Let's just attack in here. Keeper's annoying, though. They'll want to have it die to the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Point taken. You know, I'm just talking directly to Josh, right? And I'm just kidding. You're fine. Caravan coming in. Is Terran dyeing his hair pink? I mean, it was purple, and then it's kind of slowly faded into pink now. Which pink was the original color, so it didn't even do anything. Josh, I'm just pulling your leg, man. I'm just joshing ya. I wonder how many times you've heard that joke. Grasping Dunes from opponent. Caracal. Frustrating. Let's get rid of a Gonti here. I do think opponent has the upper hand here with the Caracal. Come on. Wanderer, not bad. Would have liked to get into something a bit better there. So much hate for nothing. Should go blue hair? I thought about that, Druid, but I feel like it's a little too dark for me. You wanted joshing? Never heard of it. We bullied Terran, Terran bullies Josh, Josh bullies Lost Legacy. It's true. Alright, that's fine. Blue hair is a different anime. Alright, I think opponent's probably got it thanks to the Caracals and the Caravans here. So Kevin, if you're going to walk out, now's the time. Getting in for 2, going up to 20. See, Bontu's Last Reckoning would have been a good idea, right? Right? Golden Guardian. Yep. Bring back the Scrounger now. Hair is very Natsu from Fairy Tail. It's true. Love me some Natsu. Not a big fan of the dub, though. The way he talks. Alright. Would have loved any kind of removal spell there. I do feel kind of stuck now. We're going to pass. That puts a fire in my belly. Exactly, Street. That's my point. Yeah, they got their Guardian thing going now. Yeah. I'm mad now. No more lands. It's fine. Again, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. We had a really good run though. 3 in a row. We 2-0'd basically. Won the first match of or first game of this one. And made it to game 3 in this one. So it's been a hard fought match the entire time. So it's not like our deck is just lying over. I do think match 1 though was pretty terrible for us though. That particular matchup is very difficult. Terran once again proves that pink hair is usually best girl. Oh, man. Figures catch on live and match 5, game 3. Yep. What's up, Brian? Can't believe Triskaidekaphobia plus Tree of Redemption is in the same set. Now those cards can combo. Hey, there's a land. All right. I'm going to call that game. Because we can attack in here, obviously, but they'll just crew forever. And just eat our guys. We can bring them back, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because we do have blocks with the Red Wanderer. We can't bring back Scrapheap Scrounger, though, because we have no other creatures in the graveyard. But Scrapheap Scrounger can't block. Yeah, that's game. Obviously, we can keep going for the game, but I do think that opponent has the win here thanks to the Guardian. No, in my Will Smith voice. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm just going to concede here. Opponent has control of the match. Alright, alright. Well, we did alright. Did 3-2. Not bad, not bad. Did have 2 punts. One that was kind of a big deal. One that wasn't that big of a deal. Because we were playing against the blue-white approach. But I do think overall, I love mono black aggro. I do think the sideboard might need tweaks, obviously. But we'll see what happens whenever Dominaria comes out. I hope we get some more 1-drops that are really, really good. Would love that, honestly. But, of course, like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We really appreciate that, guys. Thanks for sticking around. And tomorrow, I'll probably do another deck. I think I might draft, though, because we didn't get to draft this week. May try another Legacy Cube. Or, yeah, it's Legacy Cube, right? I can't remember. But we'll see what happens. What? Yeah. But yeah, that's going to do it for the day, guys. Draft some cube. I think that's what we're going to probably do tomorrow. So you guys can yell at me. Oh, man. But I appreciate it, guys. And thanks for hanging out with me today. I will, I guess, see you guys tomorrow. So enjoy your day. And yeah, take care of one another. For sure. We also have, the Facebook groups in the description down below, as well as the Discord. So if you guys want to join that, definitely do it. But peace, guys. See you later.